Have you ever been scammed? Taken advantage of? Deceived? If you haven't, or you think you haven't been, you've probably been deceived into thinking you haven't been deceived. Yes, it's happening with everybody. Even a legal contract these days is so complicated, you can't understand it. And if it's ever challenged, the opposing side usually says, it didn't really mean what it said anyway. It's been like that from the beginning. Back in the garden, didn't Satan say to Eve, did God really mean what he said? And three things happened. Eve began to doubt. Maybe he didn't really mean that. Maybe he didn't really say that. It wasn't written down anywhere. Maybe he didn't. Doubt. Second was greed. That tree does look pretty good. That fruit was pretty attractive. Maybe I should eat that. Add it to my repertoire. And then pride. I'll make the decision that, yes, I'm going to eat that fruit. And this is what's been going on pretty well ever since. It says in Revelation that Satan has deceived the whole world. Well, at that time, he had deceived the whole world because Adam and Eve were the whole world. And it's been that way again ever since. Education hasn't really improved things. Paul was well educated. He was a very well educated man. He was the Hebrew of Hebrews, according to this letter to the Philippians. And as far as righteousness in the law was concerned, he was faultless. But at the same time, he was deceived. Because he knew the law, and he didn't know God. The church sometimes is no better. We tend to deceive people all the time, inadvertently. People seem to think that as long as you say the sinner's prayer, that's it. You're home free, game over, anything from there on goes. I'm saved. The Bible doesn't say any such thing. The Bible does say in 3 John 16 that one who does believe in Christ should be saved. But it also says in Matthew that many, many people who say, Lord, Lord, will never enter the kingdom of heaven. But only those who do the will of the Father. Many people are deceived. Another deception which is around seems to be that I can do everything at home. I don't need to go to church. Although it says in Hebrews, do not forsake the assembly of yourselves together.
Yes.
You know, if I can use the term, Christianity is a team sport. You can go and play hockey by yourself. You can skate. You can stick handle. You can shoot the puck. You can play the rebound off the boards. You can score goals. But it loses something just by doing that. And if you're doing it against an opposing team all by yourself, well, that's ludicrous. Who'd ever think of doing that? Going against one person against a whole team. Yet, we are against a much stronger team than you find in hockey. And yet we think we can do it by ourselves all the time. We are deceived. And it's getting worse all the time. It says, to those people, it says in 2 Corinthians, our gospel is veiled. It is veiled to those who are perishing, who minds the God of this age, the God of this age is blinded. Satan. Satan has blinded the whole world. So, we're to the point where there's deceptions. Everybody is deceived. People who are in church are often deceived. Because it says in Joshua that we are to take the book of the law, should not depart out of your mouth, and you should meditate upon it continuously. Now, meditate does not mean read it. We don't even read it. But meditate means we are supposed to think about it, contemplate it, ponder it, and act on it all the time. And if we did that, we'd really know what God has said. Did God really say that there's one way to Him through Christ? Did God really say that you were to assemble yourselves together? Did God really say that in order to get to heaven you have to do the will of the Father? We have made things easy, or we have compromised. A Mormon minister said this: you must continue to refuse to compromise. You must maintain the courage to defy the consensus. You must continue to choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Did God really say what's in the Bible? Yes, He did. And those are things we all should think about.